the day 4 recap. I am trying to figure out how to make Vlogmas work for me because I am very, very busy right now, as I know we all are, but I want this to be fun and I don't want it to feel like work. So I think first thing is to try to shorten the episodes a little bit. And I'm going to try to then record my footage during the day and then edit in the evening and then upload either that night or the next morning. I think that will work. So let's give this a try. So today is the day 4 recap. So I'm just a little bit behind, but it's all good. So yes, let's get this show on the road. I do have a really funny story to tell you though. And I'm sorry, you probably didn't even need to know about all that other stuff, but it's Vlogmas and it's vlogging about your day, and these are the thoughts and part of my day, so I thought I would share. So yesterday, my husband calls me, my darling husband calls me and says, "What size is your foot?" And I said, "Well, I'm 7.5. He says, "And what size are the socks you make?" I said, "Well, they are made to fit me, so 7.5. And he says, "Well, you think they could stretch?" I said, "Yeah, they can stretch maybe up to like an 8 or so. I mean, there'll be a negative ease." Well, I tried explaining that to him, meaning they'll be snug, but they'll still fit. He says, "Oh, okay, great. Okay, I'll call you back." So I said, "Okay." I know this is going in not a good direction. So I got a text message about 20 minutes later and it says, "Okay, so I'm going to need 2 pairs of alpaca socks with cables on them by Christmas for the wife of a friend." What? Are you kidding me? Oh, and P.S., she can't wear wool. So I called him immediately like, honey, who is this person? Because I don't even knit for people that I know and love. He's like, "Oh, well, she goes down to Pennsylvania Dutch country every year, and she can't wear wool, so she loves buying the alpaca socks from there. But I was telling her, my friend, that my wife knits, and if she likes these alpaca socks, maybe she could just knit her a pair because she really likes the cables." So in my mind, there's about 100 expletives going through my head in that moment. And I'm saying, "Honey, there's Christmas shopping to do, cards, parties, events, things at the kids' schools, gift wrapping. There's a lot of stuff to do." And he's like, "Oh, but you're fast. You can get it done." Right. And no sooner. So I said, "Okay, well, we'll talk about it." Got off the phone with him and I'm like, "Yeah, no way. That is not going to happen." And then about an hour later, he calls me back and he says, "So I'm going to need you to pick up something from Home Depot for me, and we also have to remember to get the gift cards for the..." Right. So there's a label across my forehead that says secretary. Oh my God. I think the words wife and secretary are interchangeable sometimes. Okay, that's just me being snarky for 2 minutes because it can't all be sweetness. So yeah. But I am still grateful for him. I really am. But the socks it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So let's talk a little bit of knitting. Let's open up some yarn. And like I said, short day 4 recap. That was sort of the thing. Oh, and the best part of my day was I was gonna take CJ. I took Kira over the weekend with my sister to see the Nutcracker. And I said to CJ, "Okay, I'm gonna go with Kira now, but then I'm gonna take you on Tuesday, and we're gonna go see Wreck-It Ralph." And he was like, "Yeah, okay, that's okay, Mommy. I don't mind. We'll see it together, just me and you." So yesterday I picked him up from school and I said, "Siege, come on, the movie starts at 12. We gotta go." And he says, "I've changed my mind." And my son pronounces every syllable of every word. He says, "I've changed my mind." Is it okay for a kid to change their mind? Well, I've changed my mind. I said, "Of course it is, sweetie." He says, I don't want to go see Wreck-It Ralph. I don't like Wreck-It Ralph." And he's got his thumb in his mouth and he's talking around his thumb and he's like, "Can we just go home?" I said, "Okay, sweetie, we can go home. That's fine." I said, "But are you hungry?" So we talked about lunch for a minute and he says, "Yeah, I'm hungry. I don't want to go to the movies." Okay, when I pulled out of the parking lot from his school, I have to drive, I think it's not even about maybe a half a mile before I get to the main road. He was asleep. He was so tired. So we came home. He finally woke up. I'm sorry, my dog is fussing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. And he finally woke up. I said, sweetie, why don't we just go have lunch? How about, what do you want for lunch? He said, a burger. Can we go to Applebee's? And we had the best time at Applebee's, as you saw from the footage. We just sat there together and had Applebee's, and it was so lovely. And it's one of those moments that I'm going to cherish and remember always. It's so nice. I just wish I had a little more time with my girl, but she's in school full time, so that's not always an option. But anyway, all of that said, let's talk knitting. So I stayed up way too late last night. I should have been recording day 4 last night, but the yarn and needles were calling me, and I had to knit, you guys. I had to knit, which is why I'm recapping today. And I worked on this. Look at this, you guys. I did this in one sitting. So I said on the 3rd that on day 3 that I had ripped all of this out. So I was only up to here. So I ripped back, cast on again, and I knit all of this last night. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is the mystery knit along that Skander Knits is hosting right now. You guys, I love this so much. I couldn't put it down last night. I could not put it down. I love it so much. So I'm about to start. Here's the red or the maroon, which is in here. So I'm about to start the top of the mitten. The last clue, oh my poor puppy. It's okay. The last clue comes out on the 7th. So I'm hoping to get one mitten finished up and be ready for the final clue on the 7th. So we'll see how much I get done. But even if I don't finish, I just love it so much. And I have all these little ends to weave in. I just love it. Okay. My dog is fussing so much. Okay, let's just keep going. Because I don't have a lot of time, and that's okay. And let's go back and revisit the Cozy Knitter 24 stripe skein, Advent skein. This thing is blowing up Instagram if anybody's watching, and I know that Christina has already put out an email notification for next year's 24 skein Advent, 24 stripe Advent skein for next year, for 2019. So I just added my name to her notification for when the pre-orders go up for that. I really don't think she expected this to be this huge, but it is, and people love it. So if you are interested, thecozyknitter.com, go over there, have a look, and add your name to the notification list. Okay, let's keep going. So here is what I've gotten done. Oh, I'm losing a ball. Here's what I've gotten done so far. I am just at I'm about to, this is stripe number, this blue is actually, I think, the 24th stripe. I think I'm done. So this one's pretty much done for 24 stripes. This is going to be the whole leg. And I already cast on the other one. I'm trying to decide whether to do an afterthought heel or just do my usual fish lips kiss heel. I hope that's not too annoying. Okay, I'm gonna pause let me finish this and then I'm gonna pause. And Joanna, if you're watching, I know it's scary to do an afterthought heel. I know it's scary, but it's so liberating after you do it that first time. I remember I cut into my first sock the first time I did it, started to hyperventilate, I had to put it down and walked away. Then I came back, and the fit is, once you do it, it's actually really fun to unpick it. So do it. I say do it. Do it, Joanna. Come on, don't let this wait. This sock has been sitting there for a year. Let's do it, my friend. We're gonna do it, okay? I'll even do it with you if you want. Let me know. I'm gonna hold off on these. I'm gonna keep knitting the leg on this one. So you let me know if you wanna do the afterthought heel together. You wanna do it together? You think about it. Let me know. I'm with you. Okay. So that is it for knitting. I'm going to pause for one quick second, take care of my pup, and then we'll open some yarn and do our question of the day. We have to talk about our question. So I'll be right back. So sorry about that. He's much better now. He's okay now. So let's open up some yarn, you guys. We start with Legacy Fiber Arts, of course. I think that's this one. Legacy Fiber Arts. You know what? Let me just label the bag. And I label the bags because I don't always have time to put on the ribbons because I do the ribbons. I'll actually show you how I do that. So let's just open this up. Lexi Fiber Arts. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at this one, you guys. Oh my gosh. Love it, love it, love it. This one's beautiful. So rich and beautiful. This reminds me of their of Legacy Fiber Arts, their most recent Halloween colorways. They did Beetlejuice. This reminds me of, I can't think of the name of the colorway right now, but one of those colorways. But isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, I love it. So let me show you how I make these little wreaths if you want to do that with your mini skein. So here's your mini, and you've got a loop right here, which is at the bottom of the skein, and then the little loop here at the top. So what I do is I just cut a length of ribbon, push that through there, okay, right through there. Then I grab the other end and pull through this side, and make sure you're right up at the top of the loop there. So now it's hanging like this. You've got this ribbon through the two ends, and just tie it like this. Just like that. Oops. Just give it a little tie, and then make your bow. Usually, hold on, usually do this with it on a table. And there you go. There is your little wreath. And then what I do is I hang this then on my other tree that's on that side. There's little clothespins, so I hang the ribbon, I just pinch the ribbon in the clothespin, and then it just hangs. So this is Legacy Fiber Arts. That is how you make a tiny little wreath. And there's your bow. If you wanted to do it that way, you could do it that way, and maybe, I don't know, if you wanted to maybe pinch the back of the yarn, because the clothespin's not going to damage anything. There's no pulling or anything, and the inside of the clothespin is smooth. So if you're not too worried, I wouldn't worry too much about snagging the yarn or damaging it in any way. If you really wanted the bow to be seen, you could just kind of pinch it that way. So there you go. So let's pop that back in the bag. That's all ready to be hung now. So that's Legacy Fiber Arts, and we're going to do Homespun House. I have this little tree. I'll show it to you in maybe the day 5 recap. I have this little tree, and I was hanging the same little wreaths on that tree, but it's way too small. So I think I'm going to hang them. I just have to figure out how to hang them. So, ready? Oh, wait, let's feel if there's any other goodies. No goodies in this one. That's okay. The yarn is the goodie. This is gorgeous. Okay, wait, let's try to avoid that. There we go, much better. That is pretty true to the color. I'm just trying to block the sun coming in there. That is beautiful. I don't know why it just reminds me of clamshells. Oh my gosh, and this little pop of pink in here. This is gorgeous. Let's hold this out so you can see the whole thing. Another beauty. So I've got my ribbons right here, so this will be all ribboned up. So let's pop that back in the bag. Let's look at it again. Oh, you guys, I love these mini skeins so much. I can't even tell you. And even though I don't always know what to do with them right away, it really doesn't faze me at all. I just love having them. But I think next year, I think on day 1, I think next year is going to be major mini sock knitting. I want tons and tons of mini socks. I actually would love to have a garland for each of my kids, and then I want to give them as little gifts. I'm thinking of doing, one of the members of my Ravelry group suggested doing a mini sock swap. So maybe we'll do that for next year. So keep knitting your mini socks, guys, and maybe we'll do a swap for next year. We'll do a knit along, another knit along for sure, the mini sock garland knit along, but I think we might include a swap also. So yay. All right, so this is now Yarn Cafe Creations. Let's get our list here. Drum roll. Today is day 4. Let's pull it out and then I'll tell you the name of it. Oh my, oh gosh. Look at this one, you guys. Beautiful. Oh, I love, all of a sudden, I don't know why these colors are really appealing to me lately. They are so beautiful. Here, let's look at it this way. So this is Yarn Cafe Creations, and this colorway is Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter forever. Oh, and I've been listening to the book. I'm up to book 5, which is The Half-Blood Prince. I'm listening to that one right now. So good. So good. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much I love listening to the books. It's like the perfect background noise. I don't even want to call it noise because that sounds insulting, but you know what I mean. The perfect thing to have in the background. And I knit at night, and I was listening last night while I was working on this, so it just flew. And it's nice too because I can still count and concentrate on my numbers and listen. So let's look at this one again. I'm glancing over Chamber of Secrets, Yarn Cafe Creations. Beautiful. So I will pop that back in there. That has to go in its little ball, which we will do in a little while. Question time. Let's do our question. So yesterday's question was, what is your favorite holiday movie? The original question was your favorite holiday cartoon. And you guys are gonna laugh at me. And that's okay, because I'm comfortable with myself to say this out loud. Of course, the default favorite for many people is the Charlie Brown Christmas. It is for me. That's sort of a given. So putting that to the side, since that's a favorite for many of us, I have to say, and if my sister were watching this, she'd roll on the floor laughing because she would 100% agree with me. My favorite holiday cartoon / movie is Mr. Magoo's Christmas. There it is. I've said it, and I've said it proudly. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. It is an old cartoon from the 80s. I've watched it every Christmas since I was a child. My sister and I can sing all of the songs in it. There's something, I love the quirkiness of Mr. Magoo. He plays Scrooge. It's based on Scrooge, for those of you that have not seen it. And Mr. Magoo is in the play, the Charles Dickens A Christmas Carol, and he goes to rehearsal, and you get to see the play acted out. It's so good. It's so good. It's only about a half an hour, but I love it. I love it so much. I will try to play a little bit of it for you, maybe in another vlog day later on, but that's it. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. If you get a chance to watch it, I love it so much. There you have it. And a lot of other favorites were A White Christmas and Bing Crosby's White Christmas. There was A Wonderful Life. That was a really big recurring one. But I have to say, I think of all the comments, the absolute best one, and I will try to write her name down here because I don't remember her name, but the best one was Die Hard. That is her favorite Christmas movie because she loves that Christmas in the Nakatomi Plaza and Hans Gruber and the whole thing. So she said she and her husband get snow crab, I think, and they snuggle on the couch, and that is what they watch. And I read that out loud to my husband yesterday, and the two of us were like, yippee-ki-yay. I love it so much because we love it too. We absolutely love it. I've just never actually thought of it as a Christmas movie, but you know what? It is, because the whole thing takes place around Christmas time. So awesome, awesome choice. There we go. And of course, I couldn't add the little part that comes after yippee-ki-yay because this is a rated G podcast. For those of you that have seen the movie, you know to what I am referring. Zip. We can't say that here. So let's do today's question. Vlogmas Day 4 is... I've got 2 questions. Maybe I'll save one for tomorrow. Would you rather have more patience or more motivation? That's a deep one. That's a thinker. So think about that one. I'll repeat the question. Would you rather have more patience or more motivation? I know what I would say, but we will talk about that tomorrow, you guys. Thank you so much for watching Day 4. I will be much more timely with Day 5, so stay tuned for everything, you guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much. Happy and merry, everybody. Bye.